second day, I'm going to do it. I got no fear, I got no regret because this thing is long overdue. Why would our chair let the best Nigerian life and staff us at the legislative committee to suffer? We are agitating for our just benefit. 72 months.
You spoke to all the time and you told us that you are going to talk to us today. And the day
we agreed to the meeting today when they decided to intimidate us by saying the personal staff should not go in the meeting. They are going to deal with the same kind of staff. And the meeting was being joined. Even their staffers, senators that they now return. What happened to the money that they work for? Those money to resettle them. So as I speak, I don't value anything called life now.
Jasper, how long are you going to stay here?
As long as our chair will not speak to the issue of our money, I will remain here up to tomorrow.
I'm told you were called to a meeting today.
Our chair has spoken against the meeting. He has spoken against the meeting by saying,
stop it! Stop it, boo-boo! I'm finished here.
The car came from the highway, juke up the high hurt way here.
No man, the island.
Today, Colonel Gavoya, should not Gavoya need job. She made my far, she made Copo, she have been out in the party. What told you? I need job. 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 They can not move for you. They can not move for you. They will not move for you. Kevin, I need job. Don't care about that shit. So long as the President Bwagatola, I will tell you that my issue will be addressed. You met so many people when you hit my feeling and they call, you know. What done to you?
The entire Dorotown, the only health center in Dorotown, Lower Margide County, the only comprehensive health center, the only clinic that are more than 50,000 inhabitants, residents of the area rush to for medical treatment is currently in flames. So you have to do all you can, share to whatever group. It is an emergency. This is an emergency, and you have to share to all your friends, all those that are friendly with you on social media. Kindly share to the online platforms via WhatsApp, Messenger, whatever group you find yourselves in. Keep sharing to your friends. This is serious. The entire Dorotown Health Center, the only clinic, referral hospital within Dorotown, Lower Margide County, is currently in flames. This is where you have residents of Dorotown, Cottage, Unification City, Barclay Farm, Petertown, the Firestone communities that are far from Dusa. This is where they seek medical treatment. The entire hospital is right now in flames. This is something serious. You have to share. Keep sharing. Keep sharing. Ensure that you share to all your groups, share to all your platforms. The entire hospital is right now in flames, and we actually need your intervention. Click to all your groups, keep sharing, call the relevant fire service institutions to ensure that this fire can be quenched. It is very expensive materials.
Indeed, tune to Spoon to get your information, to be part of our discussion, to know what's happening across Liberia, to know what the policymakers are doing, what the issues are in the country, what Liberians are expressing themselves about. This is where you get the news. This is where you get the information. This is where you get the analysis every night. I'd like to welcome all of you. Thanks for joining us. It's going to be a very great show. The late night show, the late night politics on Spoon is where we come. We talk Liberia every night. We bring you the updates, bring you some analysis around those issues, and afford you the time as well to have your say on those different issues of concerns. I'd like to welcome all of you tonight to this edition of the program. My name is Nelson Collet. Many thanks to the folks joining us tonight across the country on several frequencies. Thanks to those of you joining us on Spoon 107.5 FM, on Fabric Radio 101.1. Many thanks to our affiliate radio stations across the country that are always relaying the program. Thanks to Trust FM in Bombay County, a Premier FM in Bong, Trend Radio in Grand Crew, Radio Yalamani, Seclipia, Niba County, and a host of other radio stations across the country that will most times relay the program even without telling us. We appreciate you a whole lot. And thanks to our online audience, the many of you joining us across the social media every night. We appreciate you. Whether it's on Spoon TV on Facebook, on Fabric TV on Facebook, Super TV on Facebook, or on YouTube, Spoon Talk Live. We appreciate you for joining us here always as we talk Liberia, as we bring the issues to you, as we get your views on those different issues of concerns every night. I'd like to say welcome. It's going to be a great show tonight. As you know, the final edition of the program for this week. We're going to take our break, and then the next time you hear us will be next week. But interestingly, due to the difference in the time zone and all of that, today is already Sunday morning in Liberia. All right. So the next time you hear us will be Tuesday morning in Liberia. Let me put it that way. But I'd like to welcome you. It's a great way to start a new week. Let me go across the table and bring the team on. I'm going to recognize a few of you in the comment section joining us here tonight. Hopefully, we'll drop the link in the comment section as well to get a few of our followers to join us. Since we didn't do it yesterday, Friday, hopefully we can do that tonight. Get some of you coming on to join us to share your thoughts. Join the conversation from here tonight. Let me welcome AB, the man Muzi, AB, Kamara, UP. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's good to have you on, AB.
Yeah, thank you, Nelson. Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you for this platform. This is where we come. We come to be able to exchange ideas. This is a place where we come to cross ideas. So I'm happy for me to be here tonight, and I can't wait for us to be able to start a discussion.
Oh yeah, indeed, this is a reservoir of ideas, views. Here we get to agree, we get to disagree, based on what the issues are. But the most important thing is that we all want to see our country succeed. We want to see Liberia do better. That's why we're here every night. It's just that we all see it with different lenses. Someone sees it from the right angle, another person sees it from the left angle. The other person is seeing it from a whole different perspective. But at the end of the day, the interest of the country is what matters, and that's what has got us moving on. And yes, I want to appreciate you as well for being here tonight. Let me go to the comment section and recognize a few of our people joining us tonight. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, like you said, this is where I am very much happy for me to be a part of these generations, seeing Liberia moving forward. This time of my generation, looking at our leader, putting Liberia on the map. This is a good time for us. And this is
okay. You will do your opening. Once you come to. Once you start hearing AB say this time of our generation, seeing our leaders putting the country on the map, then AB wants to go deeper. But we'll go into the to the comment section and recognize a few of our people here tonight. bring up a few updates, and then we do our opening and move on with the conversation tonight. But let me recognize Hipko Kazi. Hipko Kazi is here tonight. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you for coming on. I see F. Jeremiah Stevens joining us from the UN Drive. That's somewhere. Yes, the UN Drive. Thank you for joining us tonight. Emmanuel Patmore is here as well from Bartonsville Estate. Thanks to you for joining us. Please share the show as you come on. We will appreciate if we were to have all of you sharing the program as you come on. F. Jeremiah Stevens again. I see Mohammed Sharif here tonight joining us. We appreciate you. Marina Zoe. Zoe. Yes, from Airfield. That's Omega Ofield. Thank you for joining us tonight, Naomi. I see Naomi Abalo is here as well. Thank you for joining us. Madam Mercia Snelling, thanks for joining us, ma'am. We appreciate you tonight for coming on. Daniel Bango, that's Bingo or Bango. Bego, thank you for joining us from Tapeta. Tapeta is in Nimba County, and that's where the what's the name of the project that the Lawmaker Taiwan is carrying on? Drive rest, or market rest? It's a market rest. That's where the first ever market rest. You are muted, AB. The first ever market rest. Drive rest or market rest?
No, it's market rest.
The first ever market rest in the Republic of Liberia. That's where it's being constructed. There has been different views on that whole thing. I've seen a lot of people hitting hard on the Lawmaker for that, why others are hailing him for it. And stop rest. No, rest stop. William Janase is a rest
Stop. Yeah.
But there's something about market associated with it. But yes, thanks all.
Actually, my friend and brother Ta Wongwe, I mean that project, I see that project to be a failure because looking at you coming from a developed country like the US and then going to Liberia, people were able to trust you with their vote, and then that will be the project that you will construct for the people.
It's a state-of-the-art project. I hope you don't forget to add that there. It's a state-of-the-art project, AV. So what that means is that project can be compared to some of the things you see in Europe, some of the things you see in Australia, in the US, in the developed world. It's a state-of-the-art project. So listen, don't try to give a blind eye to that other side of it. It's not just a rest stop, a stop rest, or a market rest or whatever, but it's a state-of-the-art project, and we have to give it to the Lawmaker.
Give me one thing to the Lawmaker.
You have to give it to him. You have to applaud him for that. I mean, the first time ever in the history of the country, you have a stop rest. And not even in Montserrat County, but all the way in Nimba County. Come to think about that. All the way in Nimba County.
No, that is. I mean,
yeah.
I see why the Liberian people keeps changing Lawmaker every year. Those are some of the reasons. Because look, people put trust in you, and they were able to vote you for you to be able to lead them constructively. Then that will be that project.
Okay, AB, we're about to do the updates and do our opening and move into the discussion. But AB, I mean, just come to think about this. You come on the show, you always applaud this administration. You always talk about the positive things that are happening. In fact, you are privileged. Just not too long in your opening, you said you are privileged to be a part of this generation that is putting the country on the map.
Yeah.
But then on the flip side, you fail to agree, or you're refusing to agree that what Taiwanway is doing is putting the country on the map as well. The first time, okay, tell me under which administration have you had a rest stop or a stop rest or a market rest? I mean, this is This is happening for the first time in the district of Nima County.
You know, I hold 100,000.
9.
I hold 100,000 that they gave the lawmaker for his home project. I hold that's not the 100,000. I hold that's not the 100,000 he went to use them.
No, but it's a state of the art. So sometimes
you Nelson, the country you from. When you say you building a project for the country that you Nelson come from, your country project will surpass that honorable lawmaker as we are journalists currently.
Man, I don't do project in my country. So for now,
no, I'm just saying something.
Say his project is a state of the art project. So we should appreciate it. You know what I mean? To have a state of the art project for the first time.
My friend and brother in town one way just finding means to dump that 100,000 and
yeah, but Abby, the interesting thing about the whole thing about this thing is that with the county development fund or district development fund, you know, that regular money that goes to the lawmakers, you know, if you even sat, assuming you're a lawmaker, you decided not to do anything in your district. You decided, say, when a district development fund or project money or whatever comes, I will take it. I'll go in America, I'll go sit down there, I enjoy myself. Or let's say you decide, say, when that money comes, I will just every year I'll take it, I'll put it in the bank. I will not do anything with it for the next 6 years. Nobody's gonna question you because there's no accountability. Then there's no framework in place where I mean to ensure that there's accountability for this money. No, I mean, I guess in your end, you decide the project, what you want to do, how you want to go about it. You know, just few critical people, you know, in your district will want to raise concern. But if you're from some of the remote parts of the country where the people don't even get time for that whole politics thing and all this kind of thing, I mean, you have a free ride.
How many of them have returned? How many of them are from those remote part of our country or counties? How many of them lawmakers have returned? You can't really say every election season, our people have turned wise. Our people know which of the lawmakers is doing well for them. So that is the reason why our lawmakers, they will receive changes all of the time. So let Tawangbe enjoy himself. Election day, payday is coming. Our people of Nima, Sanikole, Tapeta, Zogie, our people from those country places, our people are sensible enough.
But come to think about this. State of the art. You see the banana trees. And those trees will grow gradually to become state-of-the-art trees as well. And you see the rest up in the background. You know, the flowers. Those things will be trimmed and gradually they will all become state-of-the-art. You know, this is something commendable.
Okay.
But we have to move on. Let me appreciate all of our people joining us here tonight. Thanks for coming on. Kindly share the program as you come on tonight. It's going to be a great show. There's a whole lot happening across the country, AB. That was just to kickstart the program. But there's a whole lot happening across the country. Yes, you've been following closely, you know, and especially on the Saturday, sometimes it's good to go back on the week a little. This week has been a very interesting one. Very interesting week. With the many happenings up Capitol Hill, you saw the situation with Speaker Kofa or embattled Speaker Kofa or former Speaker Kofa. You know, the way the thing looking, I don't even know how to put it, but you saw Honorable Kofa up Capitol Hill for the first time after his things were removed from the office, after being in the US for some time, after the Ghanaian situation, when they invite, there was discussion about who actually received invitation, who got the recognition from the Ghanaian government for the inauguration program to represent Liberia after Speaker Kun got the invitation, went to Ghana, and then at some point there were discussions that, oh no, it was Speaker Kofa who received the recognition, you know. And in the entire with that whole back and forth, we saw Speaker Kofa left the country, but now he's back. He came back to the country at a time when he had received several communications to vacate the office. He responded to those communications by saying that you can take the office the same way you took the speakership from me. And then, yes, his office was being opened. It was being cleared up. And then when the guys went there, they could not see much of the speaker's belongings, except the furnitures and you know, some of the, you know, those different furnitures that were there. So next thing is that he got in the country. He was asked as to whether he will attend the session. He said no, he wouldn't attend. He wouldn't legitimize the session there at the House of Representatives by attending. Well, next up, he went on up Capitol Hill on Monday. On Tuesday, he and his group went there. They went, tried to have session. They couldn't have session because they were unable to get a quorum. They were unable to get a quorum. And then they moved on. Next thing we saw was the Ekekoluba vehicle, the draining of the vehicle after he parked in the speaker's space, Speaker Kun. The Liberia National Police took an immediate action, suspended two, let's say withdrew two of the officers. They are currently undergoing investigation. The next day, we saw a protest. What should I say? Protest? No. A gathering at the Central Police Station that was on Wednesday, talking about the invitation from the Liberia National Police for the two lawmakers who were declared persons of interest. Two of the many lawmakers who were declared persons of interest to appear at the Central Police Station. So Representative Abu Bana Kamara and Dixon Sibo of District 15 and 16, respectively, appeared at the Central Police Station this week. We saw placards. Some of the people from their district going there, saying that their lawmakers are very good people. They are decent characters, and there's no reason why the police should invite them. They came out from the LMP headquarters, expected to address the press after they said they were going to do a joint statement. Later, they decided not to do any statement. Apparently, they got advised by their legal representatives. And so this is where we are with that. It is expected that this week, I say this week because we're already in Sunday here in Liberia. It's expected that they're going to come back. Let's say another batch of lawmakers will be appearing as well, will be going up Capitol Hill, some of those persons of interest. The information provided by the two lawmakers who previously went there will have their own, those pieces of information provided will be used to move on with this particular investigation, because Liberians are concerned. Everyone wants to know what really happened with the Capitol building, who are those that carry on the act and all of that. So yes, this is where we are. Some of the happenings there. It's been busy at the Senate as well. Different conversations going on around the usage situation. How do we balance it? How do we make sure that we get back on course with respect to the suspension of foreign aid from the angle of the USAID? One of the lawmakers, Senator Creighton Duncan, has been expressing serious concerns about the mining activities and how it's damaging the water, the soil in other parts of the country, even his county, Sino County, that he represents. We discussed this last evening, the concern from Senator Saad Joseph with respect to the need for the GSC to audit those different institutions that have been, how do you call it? Those different institutions that received aid or funding from the USAID from 2018 to 2025. Well, the Office of the Ombudsman, they 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 had an engagement in the course of the week. They've been engaging with some of the actors, heads of different institutions that they launched this whole investigation on. I understand at some point they even find the NAFA, the suspended NAFA boss, Madam Emma Metier Glasgow. She plus other officials of government. That was 500 fine, and and stuff like that. So her own suspension, as you may be aware, came from the backdrop of communication from the board, and and the president decided to take an immediate action on that. Yes, and fast forward, today we saw a lot happening. Um, a young man, I think you saw the video earlier, AB. A young man went under the car belonging to Colonel Tukpa, Minister Tukpa. He said he wants a job. This guy is a UP partisan. He's like you, AB. The guy went under the car. He said he will not leave from under the minister's car until he gets a job. He needs a job. They fought for the administration. The administration is now in power. But why are you not getting job? So this it all happened at the Golden Key. I understand there was a strategic meeting held there today, and at that meeting for Unity Party, officials, towers, and all of the folks, the youth league, and all of those people, they had a very engaging meeting there today. So then, at the occasion, since he hasn't gotten the attention he wanted from the lawmaker, from the minister, he decided now to engage, and he went under the car. But the minister she did a write up when she said, she understands the position, why the gentleman is doing what he's doing. But first thing is that the guy is not out of job. He has a job, but what he's been pressuring her for has been in an appointed position. So in that case, she understands where he comes from. But again, she doesn't want it to look like she's giving a deaf ear or a blind eye to someone who's desperately in need, or she's being a bad person, not wanting. No, she said the guy has a job currently. He has a job, and what he's requesting for is an appointed position, and there's very little she can do. Yes, but she did a whole write up on that, and today there was another one after being a strong critic of President Weah for the past 6 years. Representative Yeke Koluba today was spotted at the birthday, gathering, for the observance of the 25th birthday of the former president's son, Tim Weah, President George Weah, and some stars, officials of the CDC were there today. And Representative Yeke Koluba showed up. He said he went to celebrate his little brother. He was asked about his affiliation with President George Weah now. When he was critic of the former president for the past 6 years, he said nobody will carry him beyond. He's moving ahead. He's moving on. It's about the future, and we should all focus on the future. That if the opposition decide to carry former President George Weah, Yeke Koluba, will be one of those at the forefront to make sure that the campaign will bring back the former President George Weah to power. And a whole lot happening across the country. There was a tragic motor accident today involving two SUVs. One of them, the son, one of them, a father and a son, were in the vehicle, and another one, only the driver. It resulted to the loss of life. The two drivers lost their lives instantly somewhere along the Banga Kakata Highway. Two drivers lost their lives instantly, while the son of to one of the drivers who was in the vehicle is in a very critical condition at the moment. And this is happening when we are in the in we're still having conversation around the safety of our people, the need for safety to be prioritized, and all of that. So yes, these are just a few of the many happenings, and I think maybe we can go ahead and start the show now. But firstly, your opening. What's on your mind?
I
I
mean,
think I did my opening with this whole you know, on a retired woman, rest up. Yes, and there's been different views about that, but I think that's what it is. But what's on your mind, AB? What's going on?
I mean, what is on my mind is the young
Mm,
people of our country, for them to have an open mind. Because
okay.
as we are saying, the government is trying, but the government will not be able to satisfy the entire population. We are 5.5 million people. So for the government in the first 1 year going to 2 years, for the government to be able to give job to everyone, to every youth in the country, that will be impossible. But what the government try to do is to invite people, their companies, for them to be able to employ so that the ground can be level for everyone. Those that qualify, even the simple, we have place for you in this government. And that's the reason we have come to rescue this country. Because the country, in order for you to be able to rescuing this country called Liberia, it will not take us 1 year.
Mm, okay. Well, this is very important. And rescuing a country will not take us 1 year. It's gonna take us years. It's gonna take us time. So while we get the show started now, I want to I want to post a link here for our folks. We didn't get to do it yesterday, Friday.
Yesterday.
We didn't get to do it. So let me post a link for some of our folks, our ardent followers, to join us here tonight on the show. Yes, I'm gonna post it right there to get some of our folks joining us. But I mean, this is very important, and I like us to start the conversation from here, AB. With the whole thing about the video we saw today
Mhm.
with the young man who went under the car. Um, he said that he supported the government. He supported rescue.
Mhm.
He's one of those people who put everything on the line.
Mhm.
He was saying in the communities, on the different campaign teams, canvassing and trying to get people over. But he hasn't gotten a job. So he wants a job. Um, and again, I want to just play a portion of this particular video.
Mhm.
We're about to move to other issues, but it's important that we do this.
Yes.
Just few seconds of this.
No man the island.
Today, kono nada kavoya, jo nada kavoya ni job. She a me my fa, she a me kopo, she be na boy in the party. What to you?
Yeah, me
I need job. I need job. I need job. Oh. I need job. I need job. I need job. I beg you, yeah. They can now move for you. They can now move for you. They will now move for you. Get me.
And AB, this is I don't know. He got on the car
Mhm.
when they had gone for another engagement and stuff like that. He saw the minister's car and he decided to go on the car. Was this a right approach if you wanted to get a job? Now, serving in government
Mhm.
should it be about what you did for a political party? Should if we want to see that level of productivity across government, across our different sectors, what should be the basis on which individuals get to serve in government? Should it be on the basis of your alignment with political parties? The approach, was it the right one? Okay, so should we also say that the argument is something to give a listening ear to? That when people sacrifice their time, their resources to support a particular political institution, at the end of the day, they should get the return, and that return should be job.
Yeah.
I mean, I want us to start a conversation from here. What's your take on what you just saw? I'm going to bring the response from the minister. She did a write-up. I'm going to put that up. We're going to read it as well. But what do you make of this approach?
Now saying, you see, they say violent ticket by force. You see, I was very much glad when you said that United Party official had a meeting. Now, once we ask questions, why is it that young man did not go to lead on a more Alika? Why is it that young man did not go to lead on the party chairperson car? Why is it that man did not go to lead on the youth chairman car? Why is it that that man did not go to lead on the senator from Grand Cape County car? Because she's a party official as well. But only on a Colina Kratopa car. Now, that come a problems. You know, Colina Kratopa, she have a very bad communication problems. Colina Kratopa, I am telling you it because I know it. Colina Kratopa have a very bad communication problems. Now, during the campaign, Colina Kratopa promised some of those young guys, and some of them have come to me. They have told me, some of them, which of course I would not be able to call their name here. How Colina Kratopa prioritized certain individual and left them out. Until now, as I'm speaking to you, some of those brothers, they don't get job currently as I'm speaking to you.
But Abby, we're gonna get to all the other aspects. But the approach, what do you make of the approach in the first place?
The approach of this young man, well, how can I say? The approach was excellent. The approach of that young man was excellent. So that Colina Kratopa can be able to retrospect. So that Colina Kratopa can be able to retrospect on the time, those time and those days.
You know, Abby, campaign has come and gone. Campaign is over. James, welcome to the show. I want you to make some adjustment with your camera, remove your face cap, as you know we always do here. But welcome to the show. We're gonna come to you. But Abby, you just said something very interesting. You asked a question as to why didn't the young man lie under the vehicle of the chairman? Why he didn't go under the vehicle belonging to some other officials of the party, but he had to go under Colonel Kraft's vehicle? Now you're talking about the approach being a very excellent one. You went on to mention how the young man, people were promised, the minister promised a lot of people during the campaign period. But Abby, realistically, removing the political party jacket or garment or whatever, just looking at things from a patriotic standpoint, should we Liberians continue to support political parties because we will get job, or should we support political parties because we believe in the ideologies, because we believe they can bring the transformation we want?
My friend and brother now saying, political party, who tell you that political party it can just come from anywhere for someone to just get their support? Political party is interest. If you have an interest in this party, and you know that you can vouch for that party, and that party win, in return, that party responsibility is for that party to be able to satisfy those code of officer who was in the trenches. That is how we have been, even in the great United States. That's how people have been rewarded. So politics is interest. If you don't have interest, if you sit down and you keep mute, when the president comes to power, those who went in the trenches for the president, those who was in the dirt, those who was in the water, those are the ones that the president will be able to look at first before anyone else. So for me, 100% support that young man. That young man, he went to go later under Colina Kratopa car because what Colina Kratopa said to him in the past.
Thank you. You know, I want to hear your take on this one, James. I mean, what do you make of this situation? Let's hear you.
Okay, thank you, Nelson, for having me on the show. And I want to say good morning, good evening, whatsoever time it is from those who are viewing from their side. My point on this is I don't know Cornelia individually. I don't know this individual who was under the car, but I just watched the video like about 2 minutes ago. I saw the video. Normally in our country, we say political rewards are not in heaven, right? So if, because we know maybe everyone in the country now will say we supported this government, we did everything, but there are stages and steps of support. If this guy actually put everything he has in this activity and key party officials can identify him that yes, he was there with the party, he did everything, I think the government is the largest employer in our country. They should find somewhere that this guy will also be the one. And then with the question you asked, should we support political parties only because we want job? Nelson, let me have my take on this. I support the party because of their ideology, right? I supported Unity Party when I was there. Maybe if I have stayed in the country up to now, I could have been one of them also finding a way to get to the government. I'm not supporting them only because
no, don't try to polish this thing. Finding a way to get to them. No, finding a way to get a job too.
Yes, that is what there's a reason for that, because I supported the party because I feel their ideology is good for the country, and I also feel that I can't just support them to bring them to power, but I also need to support them to achieve their goal. I'm competent. If I'm competent,
is it only when you in government, when you have a government job, appointed position in government, that you can help the government achieve her objective? You think so?
Nelson, in our country, I can say maybe 90%, because the first thing here is if I supported the party and I don't have a job, when I criticize them, they will say, "Oh, the guy is angry because he did not receive a job." One, if I bring suggestion, they will say, "Oh, this guy because he did not receive job from the government, he's trying to go against the government." So the only way you will make meaningful contribution in our country, Nancy, you know for sure, the only way you make meaningful contribution is you have to be in government, and when you are in government, you try to do some of these things behind the door to help the government succeed. Then they'll say, "Okay, this guy is good." But once you supported the government and you did not get a job, you bring any critical suggestion against the government, say the guy is frustrated because he did not get a job, he's not working in the government, he's frustrated, he's trying to fight back against the government. So this guy, I don't know his qualification, I don't know which job he wants, but the government should find a way to find something for him to be doing, so at least he can continue to contribute to his commitment to the government, so at least the government can succeed. I think that's how I see it from my point.
Wow. Let's talk about the approach a little bit. This approach, James, do you think is a right approach? Do you think is because this is not the first time we have seen? Take for example Achi Pompon.
Yeah.
When he had issue, when he had disagreement, when he thought that the government was not proceeding right, especially with respect to the salaries and benefits of the union that he was a leader of at the how do you call it, at the court. He set himself ablaze. You saw the other video where Charles, who is now the inspector, for labor across the country, Charles was on Buffer Chambers, not Buffer Chamber, but Aberchi's vehicle. This approach has it yield any result that maybe set any good precedent for us as a people?
I think from my point of view, that approach is a little bit something that maybe going forward people need to rethink. But I think the guys are doing this because they are not getting to the people, because we know normally during campaign activities, not only the party officials, but even everyone who is contesting is very available to the citizens. You call them anytime, you get them, even if they miss your call because of maybe meeting or other business schedule, they call you back. But when they get to power, they don't pick calls. You don't have access to them. There's no way you get to them. You send them a message, they don't reply. You call them, they don't pick you.
Okay, I think we lost James. We hope we can get him back. But this is serious. Now, AB, I want to put James. Are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm still here. Are you getting me?
Okay, just conclude so that I can put
as I was saying, if people don't have access to their leaders and they have tried everything within their own personal way to get to the leaders and they don't get to their leaders, maybe they try to come out public to get the attention of the public so they could get the message across. So if you listen to this guy, he was saying, I've tried my best, I've called, they don't pick my call, they don't respond to me. So maybe for him, that is the only option left that he could get out to the minister. That's the only option left. So at times you see there's a native parable in my local dialect that says when someone is getting drowned, even if you have a power saw with the chain spinning and you give it to them, they will grab it, because they feel if they grab the chain, they could get saved. Although they know that the chain of the power saw normally will cut their hand, will slash it off, but because they are getting drowned and they think this is the only option of survival, they will grab the chain in hopes that they will survive.
I want to bring this pull up her response here. Maybe I'm going to come to you next, but let me just pull up the response. She did it right up immediately after the situation occurred. So this is what she wrote. She said, this post is to avoid responding to your individual messages and calls regarding the incident with Obadiah today. The first thing to note is that Obadiah is not jobless or without a source of income. The job he is demanding is an appointed job. If you listen to him, if you listen to his recording, you will hear him refer to Emmanuel Farr and Cooper Passaway. Besides today's episode, he has attempted assaulting me on several occasions, claiming that I don't want to submit his name for presidential appointment, with the most recent episode being at the president's annual message reception. As public official, we are expected to accept any and everything. I normally would ignore these attacks as I did today again. So while I applaud your level of empathy, I do not intend to be blackmailed or threatened into submission to his call for a presidential appointment. Now, this was the minister's response today. Let's hear from you on this one, AB. We're going to go to James next.
Nelson, look, I know Colina Kratoka more than some of the government officials who are just appointed. I am saying to you, that's her regular habit. If you see Obadiah did not go on the party chairperson car, that is just common reasoning.
But why did she leave, or why did he leave all of those people and go on her vehicle?
Because that's what I said. You know, Colina Kratoka promised huge list. When the president got elected, I coming. When the president got elected, there was listing done for people to be able to work with different entities so that they can be able to submit. I don't know what kind of name that was. Colina Kratoka was working with Ministry of Finance listing at the time when the president just got elected. And then the auditing for them to be able to submit all of those things that happens. Now, Colina Kratoka promised bulk of the young people at the time that she was going to make sure they get appointment. Now, if they don't get appointment, they will be employed. Now, like I said to you,
okay.
I having a list of individuals who message me every day, who knew I will not be able to call here. And they kept telling me that they call Colina Kratoka, she don't pick up her call, she don't pick up to she don't respond to text messages. Now, here's the thing. I am saying for that for anyone to involve themselves in insulting a female, that which I will condemn.
You know, AB, let's put it this way. The hard truth is that campaign periods are different from normal, activity. I mean, just normal time. Campaign periods are not normal time. That's why you see politicians, the political actors, both the people in government and the people who want to come to government, they will go extra mile just to get the attention of the people during campaign period. Another hard truth about this whole campaign period thing, and this is something we've heard over the time, that when the people wanted power, we had access to them. Now they're in power, we don't have access to them. Another hard truth around this thing is that you're not in government position yet. You're not minister, you're not this, you're not that. And so the only thing you have to do as a party chairman or some auxiliary here is to attend to your people. But now, maybe you are a minister, you are a deputy minister, you are in some position that carries a huge weight or responsibility. You have to be doing this, you have to be doing that. Where do you strike the balance? How do you ensure that you remain in touch with the people the same way you were during campaign time, where you had no job to do but only the job of the people, catering to those people, versus now catering to the actual job you have to do to ensure that there's productivity, and then making sure that you're in touch with the people on the other end?
You see, that is the reason why our people are sensible. That is the reason why we keep changing our lawmaker every year. You see, for you to be
because this one is not no longer just about lawmakers, but even ministers and directors.
And for you to be at the time that you did not have a job, I used to see you, I used to text you, and you respond to my text. I will call you, you will pick up my call. Now you are a minister, and then you can't respond to my text. You cannot call me. You know, when you are a minister or deputy minister, you are carrying some level of high job activities. I understand that. But you want to tell me, so a text message after job, are you telling me that Colina Kratoka working in a net? That to the extent that people will be able to text her and she will not be. Let's take, for example, during the week, I expect them for them to be busy. But even with me here, the vice president of the Republic of Liberia, I can text him and he can take 2 to 3 days before he can respond to my text. So are you telling me that so when you are elected or when the people vote for you and then you get certain job, so you should forget about your people? That's what you are saying?
So in conclusion, just before we move on to James, what's your point here, AB?
My point here is that let Colina Kratoka, let she try by all means, soft war through the mountains. I don't expect her for her to satisfy everybody, but the kind words from her to those people who she promised will be able to level some tension down. But for her to be able to keep mute and then not to respond at all, that is bad, and that is not a good leadership style.
Thanks a lot, AB. AB, just go and not AB, but James, just going back to the read up the minister date. She's complaining about being blackmailed. If you go to the third paragraph in this communication, in this read up she did, she said, okay, today's episode, besides today's episode, that is the one when the guy was under the vehicle, he has attempted assaulting me on several occasions, claiming that I don't want to submit his name for presidential appointment, with the most recent episode being at the president's annual message reception. As a public official, we are expected to accept any and everything. I normally will these attacks as I did today. So I would like to applaud your level of empathy. Why I applaud your level of empathy? I do not intend to be blackmailed or threatened into submission. I mean, this is how she ended the write-up. I do not intend to be blackmailed or threatened into submission to his call for presidential appointment. I mean, just what the approach this gentleman took today, James. Do you think he's gonna get the kind of result he wants? He needs a job. He said that. He didn't hold back on that aspect that he needs a job. Do you see the possibility of this young man getting the job, getting it as he wants it, based on the approach that he has decided to take?
Okay, Nelson, okay, I will get there, but let me start from this question you asked: why Cornelia Kra, why Minister Kra? You see, in our political dynamics now, officials of party, key position holders of party, try to show their numerical strength in a party, right? So whenever there is a political activity, they try to put their own crowd to carry to the party, to the event, so the other hierarchies in the party will know, oh, this person have some weight. So maybe based on this point, this guy has always been used by Minister Kra a member of her team, giving her that strength in the unity party that, oh yes, Minister Kra has some weight. So now that Minister Kra is having this position and he thinks he can get job through the minister and he's not getting job, this might be the root stem of his frustration. That's one. Number two, Minister Kra in her write-up said this guy is having a source of income. He's employed, he has a job, but she did not mention the job. I don't know how true is it. But
no, the guy works at the Capitol building. He's one of those employed there at the Capitol building. I think central administration or so. Yeah. Because as an assigned person at the Capitol building, I know that he works. Yeah, he works there.
Okay, meaning then that side is clear. But the point, I don't know, the approach here might not yield this guy what he wants, depending on how strong Minister Kra is in a government, because it's possible she could just, as she said, this guy has always tried to assault me, and the thing might likely take another trend that he might not get what he wants, or maybe other members of the party could come and say, oh my guy, just wait, we'll try to find something else for you, we'll try to find a place for you. I don't know, it's a 50-50 chance, because at times there's a saying that says goat and sheep not get the same luck. Other people might do it and succeed. Maybe he did it, he could not succeed. So for me, I see a 50-50 chance. The minister could say, okay, I will not help you. There's no way I'm going to help you. Maybe another key party member will say, okay, identify this guy. He was there for us. He did this at this rally. He was there. He supported us. Okay, let's try to find somewhere else for him. I think there's a 50-50 chance. I don't know which way it will go, but I hope for all the best for him. But I can say 100% he would not get the job, or 100% he will get the job. I see a 50-50 likelihood of getting it or not getting it. But I think what has happened is he has elevated his skills to a step higher than where it used to be, that maybe it was just something between he and the minister. Now he has gone to the media. Maybe there are other key party executives who might have picked up these incidents. Who knows? He could be lucky that someone will say, okay, let's find him somewhere that he will get an appointed position beyond maybe just being uh, on the at the executive or the legislature, just there. Let's find him something better. Maybe it could work for him. I think so.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Well, I want to get something coming through here. AB, you wanted to weigh in on this just before we transition? I want to get something.
Yeah. All I'm saying it is that let Minister Kra Tukwa Colina Kra Tukwa try as best as possible so she can try to satisfy those people that she promised. I think if she don't have, if anything cannot work right now, can't walk through the mountains. There's a way that you can be able to communicate with them. But in knowing that text messages does not speak a good leadership of you. Keep in knowing that call. If you know the person call, at least be able to return the person call after your job. That will show that you have some levels of respect for individuals as they were important during the campaign. Remember, the 6 year is not 12 years.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead quickly.
Yeah. Let me just add up. And also something I just wanted to footnote on this is that based on the battle of each steward in a party to showcase their numerical strength, you normally have a lot of people who support individual key holders in the party, right? So at the end of the day, we should also, although yeah, we need a job, we should also maybe try to know that it's possible that your name could be submitted for this position. Another person from another side will submit name for that same position. And at the end of the day, it becomes the battle of survival. The strongest might likely go. But the only thing, as AB said, is I used to receive your call every day. I respond to your call. I pick your text messages. I respond to you. Now that I'm in position and you want me to help you, even if there is no way for me yet, I should still be in the position to respond to your text. Oh, my man, the thing what they promise, how is it now? I should give you that update that, oh my God, I've tried to submit your name maybe 1 or 2 places, but it's not easy. The battle is not easy. We also have other people in the party, other party members who are also submitting names. So at times it's not just like I want a job from the minister, I want to go maybe as deputy minister or deputy director or anywhere else, and then it's just automatic that when she sends my name, I get a job. We should also know this. But the only thing is communication. Even if I'm working on your behalf and I'm not giving you update, you feel that I'm not doing anything for you. So we should maintain this communication. I texted you the last time, you responded, now you're in power, you're not responding. I will feel neglected, honestly. Once you don't respond to my text once, twice, maybe 3 times, I say, okay, this person has dumped me, they have completed using me.
Is it like putting those people in some kind of situation where they have to always be in the position to respond? You know that you were responding to me yesterday, you have to always be in a position to respond. You know, we have to keep it this way. And if you didn't do it that way, then it means that there's something else going on.
Nelson, I'm not cutting you, but let's just take for instance, right? Today, Minister Kra or all the ministers are very, very busy that they don't respond to calls. 2029 campaign, will they still be busy that they will not respond to calls? Or will they resign all their positions before they go back to campaign? They will still be ministers, they will be in that position, they will go to a campaign. Now that they are busy, they don't pick up calls, they will pick up call, they will pick up every call, they will respond every message, they will respond every missed call. So what difference does it make now in campaign time when they are still ministers and they are working? So for me, I think the biggest gap here is communication. Even if I'm working on your behalf to get this appointment and it's not going through, maybe not as frequently as it used to be, but maybe during the week, at the end of the week, there are key messages I go through, maybe my phone or my WhatsApp or my messenger or my text message from in the phone. I respond to some of them. Oh my God, I remember you. I'm trying to work on something, but let's be patient. Let's wait. We are working on this. But if you
Okay.
definitely don't respond, people think that okay, this guy has achieved. They use me to achieve. They have gotten what they want, and they don't care about me. This is how people will feel. But once that communication is maintained, people will say, okay, maybe he's trying his best. But once you cut off totally, people say, okay.
Okay. Again, we've lost James, but let's transition a bit, guys. I want us to watch this video. Just a brief one here, quickly.
Visitation of my county, trying to appreciate the vote given to me by my people. So I divided the county into four, and this last trip was the final visitation. And presiding with all any fun or joke, every stream and rivers in the interior of the county is totally polluted. I mean, I was hurt. It touched me so much. And so I asked myself, what kind of country are we having here? A handful of guys go in the bushes, like they call themselves Class B minor, they call themselves Class C minor, and just destroy our country. So I decided I planned it, and from the reading of that, I'm not going to elaborate on it anymore because we all heard what was said, and they all who have counties that are dealing with mining, they are also aware that what I'm saying is something that is very detrimental to us. So I'm appealing to you that it's not just about talking about it, presiding. It's not about that. I want us to put our feet down. If you guys cannot find means of disposing of their waste, you cannot do this to us in a third world country. Now they think we are blacks, we are monkeys, we don't have brain to think. That is why most of them come in this country and think about us. We need to change our approach to the way things are being done here. That's why I'm begging Planetary. So after we hear from the committee, which I will not rest upon, then we come back to Planetary and praying to you for you to take the full moves. Thank you, sir.
So the senator, that Senator Creighton Duncan of Sindo County, reaching out to his county to engage with the people, appreciate them for voting for him. He said the rivers, the streams, the places where the people go to fetch water and all of those places, the water are getting polluted. The soil, those places that the people used to farm before, those places are getting damaged, completely destroyed. And he thinks some of the miners, some of those other nationals who come to the country to do mining activities, he thinks that they're just disrespecting the Liberian people. Some of them, foreign nationals and all of that, he thinks they're taking advantage of the country. And so what you heard him doing was an elaboration after a communication that he addressed to the plenary of the Senate so that they can take some actions, invite the environmental protection agencies, the Ministry of Lands and Mines, and all of those institutions to explain to them what policy, what sort of measures they have in place to ensure that the people who come into the country to mine, that those people are not, that they're not putting the lives of the ordinary Liberian people at risk. But come to think about this. Is the conversation even timely? Could we have done this far way before getting here? Is this the first time that such a conversation is coming up? This quest, this journey that he has embarked on, are there hopes that is going to yield the kind of results? I mean, let's hear from you, James, and then we're going to take AB next.
Okay, thank you, Nelson. On this point, for me, I live in the southeast. I spent some time there. Let me start from small scale miners before coming to the bigger companies that he is mentioning. If you live in the southeast, like Grandjide, River G, Sino, if you follow them, there are even local miners who are using dangerous chemicals. I don't know the scientific name, but there's a chemical they call drag that the guys are using. Most of these local miners, mainly Ghanaians, to mine because they introduced that to Liberia in the southeast. And I understand these are substances that are banned in their country. They don't use it there. If you are caught with it, you go to jail. They are using this in almost all the streams, all the creeks, all the rivers in the southeast, to the extent that the Kavala River, even during the deep rainy season, the water is always brownish. It's never having the normal color of the of a river that you know, because of the mining activities they are doing, because of the use of these chemicals, right? And then the same senator coming out to say this for the bigger companies. I agree, and I think I know there are committees that are responsible to for oversight responsibilities on all these companies, these mining companies. What is the committee doing? Both at the Senate and the House of Representatives. What are they doing? Are they using their oversight responsibility to monitor these concession companies? Maybe no. As according to Yeke Koluba, maybe they go there and receive brown envelopes and they don't take any impact. It's for me, it's not timely at this time, because if these committees are working and you went out to some of these concessions and you saw that what you agree upon in a concession agreement is not what these people are practicing. If you can raise issue with them directly, okay, you bring an EPA in for further investigation, and EPA can come back and report to you, or you cite the company, the concession, you cite them to come to plenary to explain to you why is this happening against the concession. But even if the EPA was to go and follow up on these guys and come up with a report, it's possible that the same committee members who have oversight responsibility over these concessions will bury the report and there will be nothing done. EPA does not have that much power, to me, without the backing of the Senate. So the Senate, the Senate, they should be asking their own committee members to review this, review the how you call it, the MDA they have with these concessions, and see if they are living up to the MDA, and any hazard that they are causing for our people, the EPA go in and investigate and come back to them, and then they can together work. But I think for me it's related, because these are things that have been happening over and over for many years past. I think since the war ended and we have been having these concession companies in our country, these are things that have been happening, even to the extent that some of our citizens are being affected. Some of them have gone through injuries, that some of them have died, some of them have been amputated. You don't hear much from the Senate or the House of Representatives taking issue of these companies. It's a little less. So I don't know why he's raising it at this time. Although yeah, it's necessary, but to me it's belated now, because it should have been, these are things that should have been done long time ago, that these companies will not keep ruining our country, take our resources, and our people are still living abject poverty. That you go to some of these concession areas, people are living like slaves in their own country, uh, because of foreign investment that they are benefiting nothing from. I mean, it's bad. We can't keep living like this for our country to develop when the interest of the citizens are not prioritized. But at the end of the day, maybe the few quote unquote top brass take everything, and the citizens are left with nothing. Seriously.
Thank you. Let's hold you there and hear from AB quickly on this one.
Nelson, it is sad. It is really sad. Our people are living like a slave. I strongly believe that the senator point is timely, because he was just elected. But this thing has been going on years upon years. Like Brother Jim said, who told you that our money, Ministry of Lands and Mines, does not have some of these chemicals on the list, on the black list of our country? Who told you that? But our people, they don't carry on a proper inspections. Our people, can you imagine someone took a pictures of a creek wherein they dispose, the chemical was disposed into that creek, down to the all living thing that was into that river died. All living things. I strongly believe the Senate need to take drastic actions against miners. because people can come to our country, they be able to pollute our country. It very not too far from now, there will be no safe drinking water into our entire counties. So it is timely that the senator were able to bring this at the edge. Who told you that some of the various senators that are sitting there, some of them know very well what is happening into their counties?
Yeah.
But they refuse to be able to bring it on the book. They refuse to be able to speak about it. And then our people will get sick, and then they go to hospital, they can't find the cure of that illness. This chemical, it is really dangerous. That is a chemical that was banned in Ghana. But our brother and sister, the Ghanaians and the Nigerians, they are the one into our counties. And I was talking to one of the senators today. I told him that this thing, if you guys does not stand for our people, very soon Labra will be left with no safe drinking water until someone got to be importing water from somewhere else. Thank you.
Well,
yeah, Nelson, maybe just to add a footnote, I think around 2021, when I was in Grand that there was a mining creek that was very close from the Liberian border to the Ivory Coast. So, normally when there's this outburst of mineral, according to them, deposit open, when that place, the minerals there reduce, they will move to the next spot. So there was this group of miners, predominantly Ghanaians, who were mining on the Liberian side of the border. So they say, according to them, because they are experts in the field, they have done this for long, so they could trace the link of that mineral crossing towards the Ivory Coast side of the border. So what they did was they crossed from the Liberian side dubiously to the Ivorian side, but they know how the story ended. But most of them were arrested, according to those who came back and reported. Some of them were arrested. Some of them, while in crossing, there are other things that happened because they were attacked. They were attacked by the Ivorian side. So these are things that only happen in our country, but our neighbors don't take it. Some of them were arrested, according to those who came and reported that they were sent to court, they were sent to jail. Those who were lucky to survive came back. But so our country is like almost like free. Anyone comes in the country, they just collect what they collect. And even there are times they join security in Grenada, the lands and mines, they go out, they say they are going to do inspection, they go out, they inspect, they come back. The only thing they come back, you don't see any impact, you don't see anything changing, but they go and come back. At the end of the day, you only hear rumor, yeah, the operation was too good, the operation was fun. That's it. This is how our country is living. Once there is something I have noticed is, once there is a restriction to make something work better in our country, like there's something that has been pronounced that no one should do this, and there is someone who is responsible to enforce that law. Instead of enforcing the law, it's like opening space have opened for that person, eating space have opened. Instead of them enforcing the law, they exploit people and let them do the same thing. So at the end of the day, when I come to you, like what we noticed coronavirus time, curfew, police will escort people, security personnel escort people on their private bikes or private vehicles. At the end of the day, allegedly they receive court. So this is what is happening. You have these agencies who are responsible to monitor these things, but when they go in the field, instead of monitoring to make sure the right thing is done, they take some more hand out and they go back. At the end of the day, the people continue doing the same old thing that they should not be doing. That's why it's happening.
Well, thanks a lot, James. And then this final one, we're gonna go to the phone lines. I want us to watch this.
So wheresoever he's stopping to be, I will be there. And the instruction was yesterday when we met, I should be here, so I'm here to present.
In past time, you and Mr. We have been having differences politically. Now you,
I can't remember.
While they're saying that we are,
I can't remember. You got to remind me, but I can't remember. I don't go after the past. I'm moving forward to make former President Bouaka a one-time president.
Why President Burger was in power, he called him former president?
Well, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. We'll retire him in his 90s so he can go and marry his grandchildren. Yeah, he will go and babysit. He will be a great grandfather and go and babysit.
He seemed to be working out for the people.
No, there's nothing supposed to work out for the people.
You support your uncle?
If the opposition will resolve that former President Biya will be the candidate for 2029, when I bring him to power, after 2 months, the bomb bans will change.
You and Broca used to be good friends, though.
Yeah, that was in the past. I remember when he came from Sierra Leone, when we started to campaign for him was very good.
What went wrong?
Well, nothing went wrong. And the expectation of the Brempo cannot be met by him. Everything we did was allowed to come to power, and now we cannot govern. So I didn't bring him to power to misbehave and to become an irresponsible and reckless president of this country. So I stand on my step.
So seeing you in your jersey, will you play against the former president? Seeing you 1 minute.
I'll play for 2 minutes.
We wish to commentary you playing today.
Okay, so that's the District 10 representative Yeke Koluba there for you. He said he doesn't remember being a critic of former President George Weah. He doesn't remember. All the other things you may want to say. He said he's not going back. He's going forward. He used to be a very good friend to the current president. He used to call him uncle, but now things are not working. And so he's on the other side. And so, I mean, you listen to the interview, their brief interview conducted. He's calling former President George Weah his political leader. I mean, what is how authentic is this lawmaker? I mean, let's make some analysis around this. I want to hear a take on this, AB, and then we're gonna go to James.
Nothing. The honorable man, he always looked like someone who is doing a comedy show to me. He always appeared like a comedian. But let us be serious here. Yeke can come to power because of him flipping. That is the essence of Yeke. Yeke have understood the Liberian people. If you stay on the side of the coins that is in power, Yeke, trust me, Yeke will not be elected candidate on the night. So Yeke now have set up in a political catacomb. They better have strategized, look, I need to be on the other side of the coins. For me to be criticizing, for me to be on this president back, for me to be insulting this president back to back. With that, the people of district number 10 will be able to see me as someone who is in their interest. But yet though, honor this government that you keep insulting the president, that you keep insulting the speaker. You keep saying that the speaker is not the legit speaker. But the budget was passed though, but you still taking pay. You still taking your immunities, you say your office staff are still being paid. All I am to say, 1 cent cannot make noise. That is the reason why we that from the angle of the Unity Party will remain focused, will remain strategically strategizing on our goal. Our goal is not Yeke. Our goal is the Liberian.
But Abby, did they ever cross your mind at any point in time that Representative Yeke Koluba will one day call former President George Weah his political leader?
Yes, I said it before. You see, Yeke, it is bittersweet. Don't never trust Yeke to be able to tell him, oh Yeke, we are saying this here, but don't go say outside. Don't trust him for that. Yeke insulted President George Weah only because he was in the opposition at the time. Today, that was because of his oppositionness That was what that caused the people of district number 10 to elect him. Now he have been elected. He cannot dance with the devil that he dressed. He cannot no longer dance with that same devil. The brother have to find means for him to be able to study that. Look, I will have to hit them hard.
But Abi, I mean, all of what you are saying now, someone may just see it to be the regular, political message and all of that, considering that you support this administration. Yeka is saying on one end that the expectation was not met. Now, he supported for the current president. He's saying that when he campaigned for the former president, there were expectations that he had. Those expectations have not been met. So now he has decided to consider former President George Weah to be his political leader. In fact, he doesn't remember anything such as being a critic of former President George Weah.
Look, that is just Yeke for you. For some of you guys, that Yeke for you. I am saying to you, for Yeke to be elected, Yeke don't need to stay on the side of the ruling establishment. For Yeke to be elected, Yeke don't need to stay on the side of the ruling establishment.
So now I get you. He needs to be on the opposing side always to get the attention of the Liberian people, keep criticizing. But how long do you think this strategy is going to work, Abi?
I mean, that is the end. That very thing is the end for Yeke. Because Sunday 29, we have a good message for him. No, let me say this. Let me say this to you. You know, my friend and brother Yeke Kolba, he said the expectations of the Liberian people have not been met by the president. The expectations of the Liberian people, who told you that it can be met in 1 year? Who told him that it can be met in 2 months? You get someone 6 years. I was thinking that Yeke Kolba would be able to wait for the 6 years to be able to come to an end, and then he'd be able to cross, to go to the opposite side, for him to be able to analyze what the president have done. Then he can be able to say, okay, the president did not meet. But so long Yeke do that, then he will be going down gradually in the eyes of the people of his district. And trust me, this is not a good strategy for Yeke Kolba.
Thank you. Let's hear you, James. We're about to go to the phone lines, but let's hear your take quickly.
Okay, this Yeke Kolba technique it worked this past election because like around Monserrado and maybe some of the urban settlements, when people are frustrated against the ruling establishment, they tend to go to anyone who is a very strong critic of that government. This is what happened in Yeke case. We also saw it happening for Abraham Dallas Dillon twice. First, when CDC brought this lady, Pauletta CC, where we say, oh, Pauletta is not known, she's not famous, nobody know her. That's what Dillon won for. Right? Seditions came out and say, oh, our people are angry, this is why they voted against her. They brought the next election, they brought who? Tifa that we all know from Monserrado. But because people were angry with CDC and everything, we saw the end of the result. We saw what happened again. So Yeke is playing this same tactics that, okay, now that United Party is not doing well, the citizens are going against United Party. When I keep talking against United Party and go against United Party, number one, it's possible that CDC will support him.
But you as an individual, do you think the United Party is not doing well?
Nelson, the United Party has started on a good footing. We have had series of engagement. Maybe yes, they are saying they are corruption, but yes, the party is investigating. The president is firing people for corruption. They have started on a good footing. Everything cannot change overnight. There might be some missteps, but they can be corrected along the road as the time passes by. Everything cannot be done in 1 year, not in 2 years. Even if this government is to go 12 years, they might not get us to where we, the Liberian team, we should be. It's just a fact, because we have people who have traveled outside the country for education. Some people have lived outside the country. They have seen what life means outside our country. They come back and expect our country to get there. It won't be 1 year, it won't be 6 years, it won't be 12 years. But gradually, what is most important is that every year we should take a step forward. We should not be stagnant. We should not go backwards. We should take a step forward. And the government has started, right? So we need to give them a little time. But for Yeke, maybe honestly, for me, honestly, I never thought if Yeke was who he says he is, I never thought Yeke could say anything good about George Weah after the 6 years. We all follow Yeke. We also, although for me, I was against the issue of being so abusive, insulting the president's mother, his wife, and everything, very abusive. I was against it, but he at times said some things that were very sensible, like against corruption, his right being violated. These are things people can look at and say, oh yeah, this president. But beyond abusing in the street and everything, where I have not seen any substance from Yeke as a lawmaker that we can reference tomorrow when he's not in power, apart from abusing and being very vocal and against the ruling establishment. There's no bill that he can have sponsored. There's no bill that he has proposed. There's nothing to see. So because our country and our electorates have been reduced maybe to this level of, oh, the government is not doing well. Anyone who speaks against the government is the best person. Let's support them. Well, we have nowhere to go. If Yeke can win the next election, honestly, then maybe the House of Representatives should be trying to maybe bring some level of qualification as a requirement for contesting an election. Because honestly, I have not seen anything from Yeke as a lawmaker. So at least in the past, maybe there was no like education requirement, anything. But now that the war is advancing, we need to start thinking about stepping up some issues. At least people should live up to some standard. There should be some maybe academic requirement that you should have this level of education before you can contest. Because honestly, if you were to bring maybe some very technical issues on the board, not only Yeke, like, okay, also the senator from Monserrado County. If you have like 15, 16 PhD degree holders that are discussing some very critical issues in the Senate, do you expect, with no disrespect, like Senator Botokane, do you expect any maybe meaningful contribution from her regarding her place? No, because these are people, we only put them there, they go there for empathy of their citizens.
She may not have. Yeah, you may be pushing a very good argument here, James, but someone may say that she may not have the PhD, she may not have the masters, you know, or BSc and all of that, but she understands the people who elected her. The people know her. She understands what the real issues, the real challenges of the people are, and she's in a position where she can better relate to the people. She can truly represent them. She's one of them, and so regardless of the grammar, yeah, you know, you want someone who can represent you well, but she may not have all of that, but she has some sort of connection with the people. How about that, James?
No, the connection. Yeah, we agree. The connection is there. We agree. The connection might exist, but you know, as you rise on the level, on the ladder and going up, there are certain levels you are expected to have maybe certain meaningful impact to make. Right? Let's say if the Minister of Finance maybe is invited, and even apart from them just being in a position, one thing I also notice is when these guys are elected, normally other countries, what they do is, if they are employing staff in their office, most of them employ technocrats. Okay, nursing is a media practitioner. Okay, I need one media practitioner in my office. When there are issues relating to media and other things, I could use them as reference to give me idea. Okay, I should have someone from maybe health background. When there are maybe technical issues in the Ministry of Health, and maybe the Minister of Health is coming to the Senate or the House of Representatives, this person can give me an idea of what to say. Okay, if we need to craft a law relating to agriculture, there should be an agriculture technician in my office that will guide me, that will give me policy guidance on what to say relating to this policy. But just as these lawmakers are coming, they bring people, I will say some of them are not even educated. So at the end of the day, they have no backing from consultation from their office staff to make any meaningful impact. At times you see people going for confirmation. They just ask them casual questions that are not maybe not meaningful to what you expect them to even achieve in the house. Maybe only one or two senators will maybe ask one or two critical questions. At the end of the day, they even invite they invite ministers to appear before them. At times, you don't see them asking the real technical question. Most of the senators, you don't see them bringing up some of these real technical questions that are needed to solve some of the problems, because they don't have the technocrats in their offices to give them these advices to make any meaningful contribution. So at the end of the day, people are just going in the house, most of them, just for formality. I was elected by my people, they go there after 6 years. Honestly, you don't see any impact that they ever made. Some of them don't even talk in the house. They stay there for 6 years. They don't talk more than 3 times. Honestly, I know you follow most of them. You have some of these lawmakers, maybe within a year, they don't talk up to 2 times on the floor. They have no meaningful contribution. It's just because there are people elected them and they should be there. I don't think we'll make any progress like this.
Thanks a lot. I want us to go to the phone lines. Let's take just a few calls and then we can wrap up for tonight. If you're joining us, you've been following the conversation, you can call in now and put your points through. This is the Late Night Show, the Late Night Politics on Spoon. I'm Nelson Colette. Tonight we have James E. Connor joining us from China. Muzi Abraham Kamara, sorry, UP. I want to add a last name there. UP is joining us. Yeah, so let's take some of your calls. We talked on a few issues here tonight. One of them being the gentleman who lie under the vehicle of Mr. Colonel Kratopa earlier today, insisting that he must get a job in government. He needs job. The minister pulled up a statement to provide some level of clarity that she feels blackmailed by why the guy did what the guy did. She feels that while she's in empathy with the individual, she think that the extent to which she's taking it is just at a whole different level. And we also brought you the concerns raised by Sino County Senator Creighton Duncan, when he mentioned the need for the Ministry of Mines and Energy, Environmental Protection Agency, to make some interventions with the situation about the counties. Their waters are being polluted. Their land, the soil is being damaged due to mining activity. Some intervention needs to be done. And of course, the Yeka Koloba thing, his recent conversation with respect to the performance of the government, the president, all of that. Hello, your name and where you call from. So call us on 05551010075. Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, please hold on a bit. You can call us on 05551010075. And then I'll put the WhatsApp up and you can call us via WhatsApp as well. You are live on the show, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Keaton Joey. I call from Morovia.
Okay.
I want to speak on 2 issues. One is the life of Cornelia car.
Wow, your line is really breaking in. We barely hear you. Hello? Wow, the line has gone bad.
Hello?
Okay, now I think I can hear you. Wow.
Yes. It's not a good precedent. I think that brother should be patient and persistent, seeking the job he wants. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think he should be patient and persistent in seeking the job he wants. There are thousands of United Party partisans that have not gotten jobs that are even more qualified than him. So I don't think it's the right thing going on Lena harassing a lady who needs to get a job. And I think he's doing something to put food on his table for now. He should use that.
But how long do you think this gentleman should be patient? How long do you think the patient dog should be patient to eat the fattiest bone? Too bad. It's
patient to pursue the lady on stage what he wants, but not laying down on her car. You know how many presidents will be laying down on her car here? Somebody lay down on her car, they get a job. You know how many presidents will be laying down on her car? All of us can become United Partisans too. I'm qualified. I can be a 60 minutes. I can be a director. We have not gotten job. All of us looking for a job. So it's none of the president. The next point here is Yeke Koluba. You know, they have what they call cognitive impairment. It's a medical term that is used for people that have some mental issue.
Cognitive impairment.
Some people appear to be.
Wow. I'm sorry. Your line is very terrible tonight. I'm really hoping you can call back, but the line is terrible. Hello, let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. Yeah, go ahead.
This is Washington Moriba from the church. You met me before.
Okay, yeah. Washington Moba, who wants to become the next president of the Republic of Liberia, right?
Yeah, thank you very much.
I remember I interviewed you before. Go ahead.
Nelson, I always listen to you guys, and your topic can be so good. Sometimes I will call and listen to. While we have been far away from the media, listen by when after a lot of things. But to inform the Liberian people, right? The two group of people. So it will continue to be with them because any two people when Parker will leave, the president will have come. There will be like something that the people will be paying them. So what I keep telling people are going to Aitarisha, I'm telling them. At least a good that will bring new breed of people, but to share the effect of this country because the old breed of people they are here, they're helping us. Let's see, look at our country. The country is rich. This country has a lot of things. Everything that we want to see in this country, we are working that money. But look at the things that are going on in this country. So we'll keep one idea to be one, the other people supporting the other people supporting the people.
Okay.
And when you look at the years that these two people who have served this country, we have now gone nowhere.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Let me hold you there and take another person. 0555-101075. Hello. Can you lower the volume of a radio, please? Hello.
Yeah, man.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you.
My name is Sanam Masaba, calling from Saudi Street.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you.
I got from my brother who on in channel where said you educated people in the house that the reason why. I beg you, man, you this serious to me.
Why you think
people in our house they are minority? The only reason I know. So you can tell me 2 or 3 persons who are all educated people in our house. Educated people in our house, you know, that's all. Not being educated or being educated the reason why.
So what do you think is the real issue? If you think
no
love for country.
Sure.
Do you think the issue is not the lack of education, but no love for country?
It's not an issue.
Okay.
No love.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your input. Hello, Yanima. Where are you calling us from? Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Amnima from Crystal Police.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you for the show. I listen to the field analysis, especially when I put the video on. You talk about Yeke Koluba. Yeke Koluba issue is something hard to discuss, but actually, for me, I always think Yeke not be a serious man. The way he did him before, I think he has really been dropped a way of acting, especially the rudeness has reduced. So thank God for that one. But for me, the analysis your friends will give the government on the right footing. The government has destroyed everything. But when you destroy the rule of law, it means that nothing is working.
Okay.
They went against any position. They went against the judiciary. You look at the State of the Nation address. The whole Supreme Court bench now they appear there because the rule of law has been trampled upon by this government. They are not serious. They're not serious. They can destroy the country. Their body destroy the country.
Thank you very much. We'll take 3 more calls and then we wrap up. Hello. Hello. Morning. You're live. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Good morning to you, my co-friend, brother, Nelson Kole.
Okay.
And I speak to you this morning from the Pussy Alley. Let me say good morning or good evening or my brother, brother Abraham, brother Jean. Well, I follow them with a lesson. I'm a Christian impaired person. I think lying down on a card or even for me, I say it will not solve problem because if it will solve problem, then others speaking to you in lesson. Okay, I'm in a critical condition. Okay? Even a need or help from someone. Imagine even the late Senator Johnson or having him pass off. And I've been displaced. Notice have been issued me because he was someone that was consistently helping me on my wedding benefit consistently. You think the way Senator Johnson passed off. Who are there now to not have been me, not have been self-mean to my ever I'm so indeed, I could even say I've even going lie down even any of our senator cars at the capital building for me to get help for them. I'm also looking at the situation of the realistic situation of my health. Okay. So to Brother Abraham, Brother James, I'm just calling this morning to make a cabinet appeal to you guys, not only to the people, but to the panelists from the who are always sitting on Brother Nelson again. I'm very kindly appealing, crying on you guys to really look within our directions. So please help me as a Liberian, as a Liberian, as a vision impaired person of this nation. I'm ready in a time of my rent fees. Okay? I've been appealing even to our government, my own government official. I'm a unit party thing. But most of them, I'm listening to be very honest, some of our officials favor me. And this was a thing that means a former president has lost election in this country. You can't be a minister, then you are mean to your citizens in this country. No.
Thank you.
I want to appeal to you guys. Please look in that direction to please help me on my issue of my country, please.
Thanks a lot. Let's take another person. Hello, your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from
Okay. Please go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, actually, you suppose your program.
You are very low, sir. Can you please be audible a bit?
Yeah, I feel now I'm Abel from
But Abel, why are you so low? We barely hear you. We're struggling to hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be audible. Are you getting me?
Okay, somehow. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hello?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, actually, I support the program for the issue tonight. But it's very hard to do the way in which workers need to his campaign message and then how you address the pro-president and things. Actually, for me, I support the work because you see our people who are we expect them to at least to care for the people. By the time they don't really focus on people. They always want the power and then go there and forget the people. Sometimes whether he's talking about vision, all about what he talks and then he's looking at the Lawmaker. How there's a clear message for our people.
Thank you. I'm sorry, we have to hold you there. Your line is not good. So we take the final caller now, then we wrap up. Hello.
Good morning, Evan.
Yeah, morning. Go ahead.
This is Nicholas.
Yeah, go ahead, Nicholas. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I want to say thanks to your panelists and also to you. I actually want to speak to the issue of Jacob Coliban. There's a native parable that says, if you ride on the back of a leper, you might definitely in the belly of the leper, because leper is not a horse.
Okay.
The United Party used the last regime as a horse. They saw him as a horse, but never knew he was a leper. They didn't know that last regime, that they were not able of pushing any bill. He never helped the people of Oro. He was incapable of representing the people of Oro, but yet, because they saw him in certain President Ria and making all the derogatory to the regime, they heal Jacket. Point is, people after bill number 10,
the trip to the district, they registered to support Yeke on ground that Yeke was supporting, the current youth establishment then were in opposition. So what I'm trying to say is that right now they should be reaping, they should be happy that they are reaping what they sow.
Okay.
What Yeke doing right now is not something strange to them. They know it.
Thank you.
They should just build themselves up to facing Yeke because they were the one that got Yeke up. You always want to reap what you sow, so that's how they are reaping.
Thank you very much for your input. Well, that's how I would like to end up with the calls. James, you want to do your closing now? You are muted.
Yeah, thank you, Nelson. Thank you. I don't know if the closing is only restricted to what we discussed because there's something you guys discuss.
No,
Things
you can close with just anything. Just take 1 minute, 30 seconds, and do your closing.
Okay.
Just
There's
anything.
something you guys we normally discuss in the country, but I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking maybe the next time we are discussing, maybe let me just flag it, or maybe we can take the next direction, which is this asset declaration and publication. What's the essence of asset declaration in our country? Because I have never heard of an instance that an incoming government official declared their asset for those who have complied. And when they were leaving office, they declare, and their assets was being audited to see what they acquired during their term of service. It has never happened. So what's the essence of all the noise we make in the country? Oh, asset declaration, asset declaration. To me, it's useless. When someone come in, they declare their asset. Some of them even contest, when they go to register to NEC, they declare their asset. When they win election, the two declarations within that short period of time are far different. When they leave the office, they declare. There's no one auditing, there's no one tracking their asset, what they acquire during their time in office. By the end of the day, someone will come and boast, I declare my asset, I declare my asset. What's the essence? It's just maybe for nothing showmanship, which we should not be doing. To me, it makes no sense when you invest all the effort. At the end of the day, people come, they corrupt and they leave. And at the end of the day, there's no accountability, so there's no need. So on the issue of like someone said, education is not a requirement, but I think if we check among all the lawmakers in the country, there's no single lawmaker that has been as reckless as Yeke is. I don't know. Maybe if anyone knows one, you can point them out. But I don't know if there's any lawmaker that has been reckless, rude, arrogant as compared to Yeke, insulting, both in session, out of session,
But the
on
people
radio
are
station,
saying
everything.
that some of you, especially the likes of AB and even James, who support this administration, you hear Yeka, you called him a hero when he was doing that.
Some people, for me personally, from Yeke, I think we have two very vocal personalities in the country that maybe I can name that who were very abusive. One is Yeke, one is Costa. When you say the truth, I will support you. But once you started abusing, because abusing the president, even if you don't like the president, at least give respect to the office of the presidency. You can come out publicly and demean the office of the presidency. Okay, if George Weah is not president anymore, you want to insult him, you want to abuse him, okay, that's up to you. But the office of the presidency is a bit of a sacred office, the biggest office in the country. It needs respect. It deserves respect. So you can come out and be insulting the presidency. For me, I never supported that idea. Many occasions I told people, okay, when Costa come up with evidence like Costa, he will always come up with, or like Yeke, Costa will come up with documents, with facts, but yes, he will insult. The documents are true, the allegations have substance, but the way of presenting his evidence used to be like very abusive that I could not support. Yes, the idea is good, exposing corruption, but insulting the presidency was bad. It was bad then, it's bad today, it will be bad tomorrow. We don't need to do this. You can constructively engage people and not abusively. No. So
Thank
on
you
this
very
note,
much.
I say thank you for having me on the show today. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, James. Maybe you want to do your closing? 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Nelson, I want to use this time to be able to inform our audience, people that are living in Pennsylvania, that is feeling, people that are living all around the U.S. Our excellent Vice President Jeremiah Kwan Kun He will be he's currently in Europe, and he will be arriving in the US on the 5th. And then on the 8th, he will be in Pennsylvania, Philly. For him to be able to have an interactions with the citizens, labyrinth from all spectrums of life, for him to be able to speak to you. This is the VP way of coming back, to be able to appreciate all of those people who supported the rescue mission. So with me saying that, although I have purchased my ticket, I will be flesh and blood in Pennsylvania. So I am encouraging all of you guys that live in out of PA to be able to make your way there. If you don't have a means for you to be able to fly, the best way for you to be able to purchase a ticket, and the tickets are very cheap, $65 for one way, $65 for return. You can go to suncounty.com, suncounty.airway.com. That's a very cheap airway. Thank you.
We will send you a bill for your advertisement, your publicity. We're gonna send you a bill right after the show. But I want to say thanks, AB, for being on tonight. Thanks to James as well. Thanks to the many of our folks who have been following. Gabriel Buema, Joyce, Chupi Jones, Madam Marcia Snelling, Estella Nipson, Lynn Lakpo, John Hinan. We appreciate all of you for participating in the program tonight. Dawda Vani Sharif, Zaye Molu, Henrietta, Kona Morgan, Pittman Wright. All of you joining us tonight, we appreciate you. You can make up time to join us tomorrow for another, not tomorrow, but we're going to take 1 day break, and the next day you can join us for another edition of the Late Night Show. Until then, I'm Nelson Colette. Thanks to everyone, and have a good night for now. And till we meet again, bye-bye.